All right, what's going on, you guys? Brian here with a quick NXT recap for tonight's episode. Just got done finished watching NXT. I was skipping through the commercials, so I'm going to run through everything that went down. Of course, coming off the heels of this past Sunday's NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day that saw MSK and Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez win the men's and women's Dusty Classic, to Finn Balor retaining his NXT championship over Pete Dunne, to Adam Cole after that match when Undisputed Era made the save for Finn Balor because Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Pete Dunne triple teamed him. Afterwards, Adam Cole super kicked not only Finn Balor, but then super kicked Kyle O'Reilly, his Undisputed Era brethren. So you knew that O'Reilly was going to be looking for answers, and that's how we started off the show. O'Reilly came out. He called out Adam Cole. Roderick Strong would come out trying to, play peacekeeper, say that, Adam Cole regrets what he did on Sunday. Finn Balor would make an appearance telling Kyle O'Reilly, you need to get in the back of the line because if anybody's looking for Adam Cole, it's him. And basically this would lead to Pete Dunne, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch going after Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Finn Balor. Then we would have a backstage or a promo from General Manager William Regal, who would talk about Santos Escobar, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, where the match between Santos Escobar and Karrion Kross did not happen on tonight's episode. Basically, Escobar made it very clear that he's going home and that he's not competing tonight against Karrion Kross. Regal said, fine, the match won't happen tonight, but it will happen next week. And if Santos Escobar doesn't appear, he will be suspended indefinitely and stripped of the Cruiserweight Championship. So next week, Karrion Kross will finally get his hands on Santos Escobar one-on-one. And for next week, Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon, they bounced back from this past Sunday's loss in the Women's Dusty Classic Finals, where they lost to Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez with a big win over Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. And this came about because on Sunday, Dexter Lumis had abducted Austin Theory of the Way, and Austin Theory had not been seen since. But on tonight's episode, Johnny Gargano would be on commentary during this matchup, and a white van would show up outside the building. Gargano went out there to investigate. Obviously, he found Austin Theory in the van, and when he brought him up to the ramp, Candice LeRae left the ring. And obviously her and Indy Hartwell were happy that Austin Theory was safe, but then Ember Moon wound up rolling up Indy Hartwell for the win, so that was pretty much it for that. We had a Pat McAfee promo when he was on his plane. He cut a promo about, from earlier in the day, cutting a promo about Adam Cole and how he was right all along, that Adam Cole was a scumbag, and that all of the internet wrestling community owes him an apology for doubting him and calling him a liar and all this stuff. So that was pretty much it for that. We had a Kushida Bronson Reed segment from earlier in the day when Kushida was in the training room. Kushida would be asked about his match from last Sunday against Johnny Gargano at TakeOver, where he challenged for the North American title, and he lost. He said he's not finished with Gargano and the North American title. Reed would come up and say that, you know what, that's fine. I'm not done with wanting to get the North American title either. And if it comes down to where it's going to be me versus you, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then Malcolm Bivens would walk up and say that Kushida, I'm going to go talk with General Manager Regal, because the trainer told Bivens that Kushida was cleared to wrestle, and Malcolm Bivens would have an opponent lined up for Kushida to face, and it would turn out to be Tyler Rust, one of Malcolm Bivens' um, people that he manages, basically. So that would be a big match for later on in the show. Leon Ruff picked up a big win over Isaiah Swerve Scott. Afterwards, Scott would beat Leon Ruff down. We would see Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro pick up a big win in tag team action as they defeated Aaliyah and Jessie Kamea of the Robert Stone brand. Afterwards, they would confront Xia Li, who had made an appearance, and Xia Li would grab Casey Catanzaro's arm, put those two black lines on him, and then say next week that she's gonna hurt Casey Catanzaro. So that looks like that's gonna be another match signed for next week. We had a Malcolm Bivens and Tyler Rust promo where Malcolm basically talked about how great Tyler Rust is and how Kushida is not as great as he is. So that was it for that. We had the Dusty Classic presentation for both MSK and Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, and it would be revealed that on March 3rd on NXT, MSK will get their opportunity because they won the Men's Dusty Classic. They're going to get an opportunity at the NXT Tag Team Championships against Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch. And also on that same show, that Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, because they won the women's, will get an opportunity at the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, and it will take place on NXT. Baszler and Jax were at NXT tonight. They confronted Kai and Gonzalez, so that was pretty much it for that. We saw Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong argue in the parking lot. We had a Cameron Grimes music video. We had a photo shoot involving Io Shirai, the NXT Women's Champion, who was successful on Sunday, defending her title in that triple threat match against Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez. She would be laid out by Toni Storm. And that was pretty much it for that. Kushida would defeat Tyler Rust in one-on-one competition when he locked in the hoverboard lock, and Malcolm Bivens would tell the referee to ring the bell and stop it. Then we had an LA Knight promo, formerly, or LA Knight is Eli Drake, who signed with NXT and made an appearance on Sunday at TakeOver. Zoe Stark, she would make her singles debut as she defeated Valentina Feroz. We would hear from Karrion Kross ahead of his big match next week against Santos Escobar. And then in the main event, Danny Burch, Oni Lorcan, and Pete Dunne would defeat the team of Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and the NXT champion Finn Balor with the help of, with a little bit of help from Adam Cole, but it was Pete Dunne hitting the bitter end on Finn Balor that would score the victory for his team. Adam Cole would get involved in this match, not only pushing Finn Balor off the top rope, but also would hit like a version of a brainbuster on Kyle O'Reilly outside the ring on the ring steps. Then when Balor got to his feet after the match, he would turn around and wound up getting a super kick from Adam Cole, who made it very clear that he wants the NXT Championship back. So that pretty much wraps it up for tonight's episode of NXT. An okay show, to say the very least. If you guys watched NXT tonight, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. This has been my NXT recap for tonight's episode. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.